Everybody, this is Mr. Beckstrom, and today I'm going to take a look at an example from section 3.7. This is number 14, and this is a problem where it looks like we're going to have to apply the chain rule a few times. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, one thing we need to know is that when I say, for example, sine squared of x, that what that really is that's shorthand for this, the sine of x quantity squared. So we're going to kind of use this idea here to start this off. So the first thing I want to do is I want to rewrite this as y is equal to the cosine of, cosine of the sine of 3x like this, and then we'll put there. We'll put the 8 all the way out here. And this lets us see it a little bit better. So what we're basically going to do is we can now think of this as a function raised to the 8th power. So we're going to use the chain rule. Now, there's going to be a lot of steps. You can also use a u substitution, which might keep it a little bit easier. But you do what works for you. So the first thing I'm going to do is apply the chain rule here. So y prime, or the derivative with respect to x, that's going to be equal to applying the chain rule. First, we're going to take the derivative of the outer function using the power rule. So that's just going to be 8 times, I don't know why I put s there, times the cosine of the sine 3x raised, and we reduce that power by 1, times the derivative of the inside, times the derivative with respect to x. And since I don't know what it is right now, I'm going to go ahead and just leave the derivative there, so that way I know I still need to take it. And this will be of the cosine of the sine of 3x. All right, so using the chain rule, it's the derivative of the outside function times the derivative of this inside function. So now let's go ahead and figure out what is the derivative of this function here. I'm going to kind of work that out right here. So this is going to be the derivative. We're going to apply the chain rule again. So it's going to be the derivative of the outside, which derivative of cosine is negative sine. So this is going to be negative sine. And we're going to keep the inside the same, 3x, times the derivative of the inside function, times the derivative with respect to x of sine of 3x. All right, and once again, I'm going to go ahead and keep working just on this part here. So that is going to be negative sine of the sine of 3x times the derivative of this, which we're going to apply the chain rule yet again. So that's going to be the derivative of the outside function is going to be the cosine of 3x times the derivative of the inside function, which is just 3. All right, so all of that work, and finally I'm going to bring this down because we've already, that's a derivative there, and then this, and we're going to put it all together. So it looks like I've got a 3, a negative, and an 8 that I can combine to a negative 24 times the, actually I can leave that part off now and put that 7 back in there, so that's going to be times the cosine, this is to the 7th, so I just kind of put that back in there, of the sine 3x times this. Remember, I've already pulled out the negative in the 3, so that's going to be times the sine of 3x times the cosine of 3x. And let me double check, make sure everything looks right. Just a second here. And that is it. That is it. So this is a lot of work. It's important that you keep this straight here. Another way to do it would be to call u this function here, and then maybe v this function here, and w this function here, and just do kind of a substitution, go back and forth if you're having trouble. But if you have any questions, please let me know, and I hope you all have a great rest of your week. Thanks.